I'm your host, Big Trudette, and this is the Late Bloomers Podcast. Shannon Sharp, Monique, Club Shay. Let's get into it.
Know when Cat Wiliams said gatekeepers?
Yeah.
Kevin Hart, I do his podcast.
Yes.
And I want y'all to re-listen to the podcast so you can hear it for yourself. When he first comes on, he says, "You're like my mother, you're like my aunt, you're like my sister." Okay? Then we do the podcast. We speak about the Tyler Perry situation. Oprah Winfrey, he said, "I don't really know Oprah, but I'm going to reach out to Tyler." Appreciate that. Kevin kept his word. He reached out to Tyler Perry. Kevin Hart called me back about maybe a week or so later. He said, "Mo, I talked to Tyler. He said he don't want to revisit it. He said, but I tell you what, let's move past that, Mo. Let's just move past that and let's just do great things. So whatever."
That's what Kevin said.
I want you to hear me, Kevin Hart. Let's move past that, Mo. Let's do some great things together. Don't even worry about it. Whatever y'all want to do, I will partner with you. I'll executive produce with you. You just let me know what you want to do. Now, let me say that before we go any further because I want to make sure I give Kevin Hart his proper credit. When my family was up against the wall, Kevin Hart wrote us a check and said, "Here you go." We're forever grateful for that. When we were able to give it back, we said, "Brother, we appreciate you," with some interest on top, because I don't never want nobody to think me and my husband. So I want to make sure I put that out there. That brother really helped us out when we needed to be helped out. Then when he came back with, "I got you," I didn't ask Kevin Hart to do anything. He said, "I'll executive produce, I'll partner with you." I said, "Good shit, Kevin," because we're in a deal with Endemol, and we're trying to get our talk show back. Mo, whatever it is, I got you. Now, Kevin Hart is one of the biggest entertainers right now in the world, right? And was then. We got off the phone with Kevin Hart. We called Endemol immediately and said, "Kevin Hart said whatever we want to do, he got us. He's gonna partner."
So I originally did a take on this last night, but I never released it because some way I've been locked out of my email for the last week. That's why I haven't been able to give you guys no takes on anything going on. But I'm back in it, back in my YouTube page. So here we go. But I dropped the recorded last night, but like I said, I didn't upload it. I basically had to listen to a clip, and I was like, okay, this is a hot topic. This is something I want to talk about. Then I went back and I heard D.L. Hughley. You know, I heard him give a response on Monique. So now I'm putting it all into one pot, and I'm gonna be able to give you a better explanation on how I feel and what's really going on. Back into it.
Executive abuse, they was like, "Oh, this is incredible," because when you put Kevin Hart's name on it, you already know what it is.
Correct.
2 weeks go by. We get a call from Endemol. Endemol says, "We just got a call from Kevin Hart's manager, Dave Becky." And Dave Becky said, "Kevin doesn't want anything to do with Monique. So whatever she told y'all, he doesn't want to do anything with her, nothing. You know, he doesn't want any kind of relationship with Monique."
So what changed between the 2 weeks and plus he gave you a check, you gave the money back, then said he would partner with you, executive produce, whatever you need, Mo, hey, we got you. So what transpired, or what do you think transpired between then, that two week period?
Well, soon as we got off the phone and they told us what Kevin's manager, David Becky, said, I called Kevin Hart immediately. I said, "Hey, baby, we just got off the phone with Endemol," and they said Dave Becky called them up and said, "You don't want anything to do with me." He said, "Mo, that's a miscommunication. I can tell you right now." I said, "Wait a minute. Are you okay though with this white man calling them up? Getting in between our relationship after something you said?" He said, "Mo, that's a miscommunication and we're going to talk Tuesday. Don't worry about it. I'm telling you right now, it's a miscommunication." That was 2 years ago. If you talk to him, I talk to him. I've never talked back to Kevin Hart again. So that's what we're faced with. When you allow somebody to come in between a relationship.
Just want y'all to know, at that point in the interview, Shannon Sharp dropped his head like in disappointment. You know what I'm saying? So if you haven't watched the interview, go back and check it out on Club Shay. It's going viral. Not as impactful as the Cat Wiliams, but it's still very insightful, and she actually spoke about a lot of these incidents a long time ago, as I'm going to get into that too.
With a woman that you said, "I'm like your mother." You said I'm like these things. I didn't ask you for that. So everything that baby was saying sitting here, everything he was saying was on the up and up, because when you hear people say, get the anger out your heart. Oh man, no one's saying he's lying. No one ever said I was lying. It's so easy to discount and devalue because of what we look like.
Right.
However, when it comes to Tyler Perry, I will not allow you to discount or devalue, because that is your voice on that audio. Remember on Good Times when Penny's mother was whooping up on her, and she had recorded it? That's you on tape. So how does it go from you saying you're going to give me an apology to now I owe you an apology?
But what do you want an apology for?
What could I possibly owe you an apology for when you've admitted? See, when Lee Daniels says to me, because Cookie from the show Empire, I was offered that role. Now Taraji tore it up, baby, listen here. However, I was offered that. Then Felita called me back and say, baby girl, they said you're too difficult to work with. But you hear on the audio that a man told David Talbot I was difficult to work with. Do you see how that cost my family?
Yes.
And with no accountability? Because, it's the great Tyler Perry? No, you've got to be accountable for that. Oprah Winfrey, you've got to be accountable for the things you've done with my family. You've got to be accountable for that.
Is there any relationship between you and Tyler and you and Oprah currently?
No. But we have our juggernauts. Oprah Winfrey, Tyler Perry, Steve Harvey, Kevin Hart. These are our juggernauts of our community. These are the people that our babies say, when I grow up, I want to be that.
Yes.
I want to be like that. So we have to call those people to the mat and say, listen.
Just to keep y'all up to speed, Monique has an issue with Tyler Perry, Lee Daniels, Kevin Hart, Steve Harvey, Oprah Winfrey, Lionsgate was a movie company. That's just to name a few of them.
What are you teaching our babies? You're feeding poison because you're showing them your private jet. I'm going to show you my mansion. I'm going to show you my fancy cars. But my character is shot and I'm bankrupt. I got a lot of money in my bank. It's more zeros than some of them than we can imagine. But their character, they are bankrupt. Those are bankrupt people. So everybody.
Powerful, man. Very, 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 very powerful. And I was hearing people say, though, she a comedian. Why she wasn't more funny? Right now, she just sound like she complaining, an angry black woman or whatever. But men and women are different. We get our shit off different. You know what I'm saying? Women are more emotional. I feel like she handled it the right way, though. She's speaking her truth, and it ain't nothing that she haven't said before. And when you got receipts, you got receipts. You know what I'm saying? So give her a chance.
Body that cat sat right here and told you about. I can't wait to see your next interviews with those people.
They ain't coming on now, Mo.
Invite them.
I have.
They're not gonna do it.
Well, look, I've already done Steve. I have a relationship with Steve.
Do him again. Do him again. And I'm going to say this.
I'm trying to get Oprah and Tyler.
Baby, we got him. Y'all come on, stop playing.
They ain't coming on, Mo, thanks to you.
You know how. And I don't want to put you on the spot, but I'm going to say it because I appreciate you as a black man and what you're doing. If you are my friend, and someone says to me, Monique, Shannon Sharp wronged me.
Integrity.
You my friend?
Morals.
I'm going to call my friend.
People come to me.
And I'm going to say, hey, is what they saying true? And if you get to hemming and hawing, I'm going to tell you, till you fix it, you and I can't talk. Because if you'll do them that way, it'll be a matter of time before you do it to me. So if Steve Harvey is your friend, you call your friend up and you ask him, is what our sister saying right, man? Because if it is, we can't do that to her. If that's our sister. See, it took a transgender named T.S. Madison. It was a guy named Jamaica Carter. Jamaica Carter and our friends. T.S. Madison was a mutual friend. So Jamaica called me and said, would you mind doing T.S. Madison's show? I'll go do T.S. Madison's show. When I tell T.S. Madison, when the camera cuts, I said, listen, your friend is wrong. She said, Monique Lee Daniels is my friend. I said, then you need to call your friend and tell him to fix this shit. She said, I will. Within a couple of days, who did I get a call from? Lee Daniels. See, that's a friend. That's a true friend is saying, I love you so much that I want to make sure that's not on your heart, on your conscience. Let's fix it. Let's make it right. So when people ask Lee now, when we did the deliverance together, how was it to work with Monique? Well, it was as if we had never parted ways because he fixed it. He owned it and he took accountability for it. I can't now keep you to the cross because you've owned it.
Right.
I've had to be forgiven.
Right.
So I appreciate that someone had.
All right, we're gonna cut it out right there.
So I'm gonna have that with other people when they take accountability for what they.
Going right in with it, in my opinion. Alright, Monique, she spoke about a lot of same shit that Cat Williams did. Gatekeepers. She been spoke on this years ago about how Tyler Perry basically tried to cross her out. Steve Harvey crossed her out, told her to put her feelings in her back pocket. You know what I'm saying? He can't eat integrity. You know, you shouldn't say that. Tyler Perry told her she shouldn't say that. She shouldn't speak up for them not wanting her husband to be around. Her husband was a manager. So she hit on a lot of points. She hit on the gatekeepers. So everyone that she spoke on for, the Tyler Perrys, the Lee Daniels, the Steve Harveys, the Oprah Winfreys, all of these people are in position in Hollywood to where they could help your career, keep it stagnant, or basically just kick you to the curb. So it's really up to you what you believe and who you believe. D.L. Hughley, he chimed in. He said that Monique attacked his family. So you can see there that it was personal with whatever they was going through, but she brought up a key factor. In Cat Williams' rant, he didn't mention one person, which was D.L. Hughley. And I know from history and watching TV, D.L. Hughley is a part of, he's not as successful as those guys, but he's a part of their faction. I think they are Q-dogs, you know what I'm saying? So he's a part of their faction. And the way that he went at Monique, he did go at her. He handled her a little rough. So you just have to look into that and see who you leaning towards as far as D.L. Hughley take or Monique take on that. But I want to pose a question. We spend so much time listening to these entertainers and, helping them become millionaires and propelling them to stardom. Does it ever become a time where you put their character into question, like you would do someone that you see on a daily basis? Or is it solely for the purpose of entertainment? Fuck how they treat people, fuck how they move, fuck what type of person that they really are off the camera, fuck the agenda that they pushing on the camera. I just want my laughs, and it is what it is. Or do we put, like I said, their character into question? For real. I never really want to touch on the alphabet topic but you really can't hide from it. It's on every channel. It's on every station. It's on every ad. They doing radio promos on the shit. It's in the classrooms. It's very accepted out here. So not to harbor on it too much or talk about it too much. It is the ones that are in a position to change things and put their content out. Why are there so many? Why are there so few that stick to just like being manly and being funny? You know what I'm saying? Why does it always have to be with that taint on it? And even guys like Cat Williams, you know what I'm saying, who open a can of worms up, who got social media and frenzy, who's on the interview with Shannon Sharp, was on his way to being the #1 YouTube interview of all time, beating out Joe Rogan. All of his roles I haven't agreed with. You know, everything he do, he don't seem like a manly man going about that shit. Dave Chappelle, who walked away from Hollywood because he said he was funnier in a dress. I mean, funnier without having to wear a dress. Has been in one before. Lipstick and all of it. So it comes a time where you have to hold these people accountable. You have to stand for integrity. And you can't just be like, okay, that's just the way of the world, and it is what it is. You know what I'm saying? We can't have a lot of it is what it is type of shit. Yeah, it's going on, but it's to each his own. And to each his own don't have to be professed in my home. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like we should do a better job on holding people who are in a position of power to change narratives, to touch young lives, to persuade them, you know, to have a real impression on them. I feel like that should be held to a higher standards, or other than shit, I'm just trying to get a laugh, or it's just funny. So she touched on a lot. She spoke a lot. She spoke on how Oprah Winfrey early on influenced her, but at the same time, she had a private conversation with Oprah, and Oprah went behind her back and went and had her real family on her biological family, who she don't get along with. So she said Oprah owed her apology. Excuse me. Said Oprah Winfrey owed her apology. Man, it's just, if you don't stand, you will fall for anything. And that's just is. You know, you have to this game with some morals and some integrity and a stern foundation, because the weak-minded man will be like for real to handle this shit. You know what I'm saying? So once again, it's her truth, which I agree with it. I agree with a lot of her highs in it. I feel like it is a lot of gatekeepers, a lot of yes men, a lot of if you're not a part of our system, then shit, we gonna close you out. Like, play nice. And she also gave Lee Daniels his flowers for coming back, straightening it out, fixing it, and apologizing. And she no longer holds a grudge or harbors no type of feelings with him. So that's the right way about things, you know, if you ask me. And just want to say, once again, go check out the episode on Club Shay. Is going viral right now between Monique and Kevin Hart. I mean, between Monique and Shannon Sharp. She spoke about Kevin Hart, Oprah Winfrey, Steve Harvey, Lee Daniels, Tyler Perry. Just a lot of moguls and TV personalities, a couple billionaires, and just how they can, man, move the goalposts. Move the goalposts. And throughout this interview, man, you can hear that she has a good system, a good firm system with her husband. You know what I'm saying? I promote that. Like she said, why wouldn't you promote a strong husband and a strong woman, you know, going about things how they going about things? If he has her best interest, I would want someone in my corner who's not gonna let the system manipulate me, who can see things, because I only have two set of eyes. But if I got some eyes watching me, then it betters my chances of coming out with the best odds. So I feel like that's what happened. Once she got that firm support system in her corner, you know, a lot of the people who would normally get her to do this and do that, it's like, hold on, she checking this shit at the door now, and really standing firm on it, standing on business, and not swaying. And once she came like that and was firm, got to checking them on the money. Hey, y'all doing this, y'all doing that. Hey, y'all freezing me out. You guys not living on your word, not standing on your word, not living up to what you promised me. And then that's where all of the problems came. Her Monique difficult to work with. She not very pleasant. She tell you business. She late. It just, the slander came around. So once again, this interview was on Club Shay, and you can check it out. This episode was brought to you by Wizard Cleaning Service LLC and the Cush House Studios. Be on the lookout for this skit I'm working on called Mr. Know It All, man. I am your host, Big Trudy. Please don't forget to like, subscribe, and share. Like, subscribe, and share. I don't know why I'm getting tongue-tied, but like, subscribe, and share. Fuck with me. Big Trudy, and I'm out.